and one of the he's in Dr. Jaffe, and he's got a gun. I just heard it click. Like a retarded Nazi. And I covered this bum's activities have also been indoor management, and there's a dirty nurse attached to this building. Dr. Jaffe's in. They're all bloods. You've got some retarded ball, management would endorse it, and then pretend to be police. They're pretending, they're all they chill. He's a dirty black Nazi. They like to pretend that they're government. So take your wallet, and usually there's Dr. Jaffe. So, now I was talking, and prostitute. Oh, that butcher, people affiliated with that butcher threaten me all the time with human slavery and murder. Oh, and there's a bum who was assignment. There's a little too much activity in the hall by the morons. Don't worry, I'm not. Managers had evidently given out my key. This is typical drug addict behavior among managers. Several times. A lot of people aren't even aware of it. And you might say, oh, did I leave that there? Yes, you didn't. And the bum is going wild, evidently on crack. Hi, someone's acting a little off with their comments in the hall. I just wanted you to be aware of that. I'm on at 329.
Okay.
Okay, so someone's a little agitated, a little off. Just thought you'd want to know. He needs to stay away from my door. He's guaranteed. Here's the relationship with the neighbors, by the way. It's called a stick in the door and a dresser. The stick in the door and the dresser doesn't prevent them from what they threaten, which is from 229 or breaking. About trying to get ready in the midst of all this. Door between myself and some morons that profess to have guns, etc., and swords. And they played the word ritual. Also endorsed by Dr. Jaffe. Dr. Jaffe is a Satanist blood. They've actually dumped glass on me. They've had people where I volunteered. They connected the bloods, and they also put glass all over my apartment, and it cut my skin. It's a popular gang crime, and they also burned my hand with some bleach, something that bleached it actually. I had a slight reddening from tea kettle, but it doesn't explain the bleaching. There's a horror chanting about volunteers. She's located behind the sink. There's nobody else in this apartment except Dr. Jaffe's in on rapes, human slavery, murder. He's also in on identity theft. One of the bums chanted something about pants down, after he was hovering by the door, opening his own door or wherever he was toward the left. He's making rape threats. It's all endorsed by Dr. Jaffe. He works for Pat, by the way. I'm brushing my teeth, sorry. Hallowed be thy name. Heaven, please forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. So I would suggest that the butchers downtown at the market, that they're involved in Satanism and their bloods. I would suggest that they're in on human slavery, and that's where and they're calling it exotic meat. I don't think it's disgusting anyway. What kind of sicko would be pretty damn sick to eat a hapless, helpless creature, beautiful in nature, and was not meant to eat. Not even endorsed by society. So really, what was the purpose of that? Was that for satanic practice? What is the exotic meat place? For Satanism? All these people blame Asians doing it. In fact, I would suggest it's every blood and every similar satanic gang member. Just heard a thud. That was someone in the janitor's room. I was threatened by bloods when I lived at the Lasodic meat area. I'd have to pass by there. It's a Bloods connection. Market Development Authority. So meat leaves need to know that they're involved in human. And so the threats. So as Harbor says, exotic meat is a little hard to disappear, and they have butchers. Then indecent enough to They're thugs anyway, if not already bloods. How can you argue with a bunch of bombs that have established themselves as bloods? They're in on disappearances, definitely. There's a whore talking on the intercom, blah, 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 blah. You know, yeah, the dirty prostitutes and the other rags like to call uniforms. They're dirty other rags. And they from, oh, maybe their friend who's a nurse, or maybe a second-hand nurse's yarn, or a doctor's yarn, that somebody's just going to follow them to their death. I don't think so. Moms left this building to torment me and play Lisa's Crazy. Dr. Jaffe endorsed that one too. The other areas of the building that one day I actually had to talk to the company open that I could hear other people, though they admitted at the time. It's an incident which they want to bury. But it's been actually broadcasted several times. Broadcasted. He's playing Obey Brothel. He's making rape threats. But you also don't know what the ball next. Use code. Everything. So you could actually have committed for being how to say properly. So you could actually, if they start talking in code, just like the dementia patients, there's a super professional term. You could actually have these people committed for that. They can't seem to get the name of anything. Can you imagine? What a way to commit people. They call this name, they can't even get the name of the country. Calling people different names, such as Germans, if they're stubborn. How crazy is everyone? Really crazy. So if you could have them committed for being nutcases. Sheer nutcases. Nothing. So the mic was brought to those movies where the crazy, I tell you, Dr. Jaffe, bunch of satanic. Oh, and did you? I didn't do those. Those are people, and in fact, those are people throwing fits in the allegedly storage room, janitor's room. I wonder where all that noise was coming from. In fact, I wasn't reading that sign because I tend to not look around my apartment. I actually thought someone was living there. That's the sound in the janitor's room right now. And they've also tried to mend that. They've threatened to end the broadcast for a bit because I have to go to the restroom, or should I'll just shut the door in case they try. UFO, they're talking about UFOs, they're yapping UFOs, I'm paranormal, they're ripping chakra and brain and tissue and hand too. So these bums have swept. On the 372, we actually had people wearing scrubs pretending they could take me to Harborview. They've taken me from a place, sacrifice that. They're dirty, satanic rags. There's not a normal person that could be. So you better believe they're all crazy. That's absolutely how illnesses. They've covered up, put it to use. That's all they've done. And by the way. You'll hear me curse them. That's why you put an adult warning. And you'll hear me tell. I don't have respect for these butts. They're nothing. They're garbage. There is no person I have respect for in the U.S. that is a gang member. Especially, I don't have respect for satanic bombs. Molestation, and they're all in on animal cruelty. Mr. Brain, if you're interested. They haven't, I try to keep too much here to steal, and my clothing, a lot of it is thrift store stuff, and I'm not clothing, it actually, bleach on my clothes, because it wasn't my bleach accident, and arguing, I hear him on the mic. He moved. He's a dirty bum, he smells of urine and fecal, and he is an asylum patient that should be walking around. You can guarantee he's retarded. During our meeting, they're going to find out a different story. And all with Satan and all. Podcasted in this apartment, they've tried to present me as a prostitute. That's a common method. A gang wants to rape someone as a prostitute. So then everybody engineering. Hard to prove after that's done. And there attention, just a blonde wig on the mop, buying a car. One of the prostitutes became quite pear-shaped. She actually looked like a what did I call her? Let's see, something about stick with a red mop on stick and some zits with a she had red. So my face is all cut, but they still threaten me because the actually rape is a crime of it's a domination with the satanic zombie retard principle. I'm going to call them retard. It fits in with their retarded nature. You can't mess them up and fouling up purity or innocence. They have too much information, and one of them is using the name grandfather. Would I ever confide in any of these bums? No. These are dirt and filth. The whore is talking about pills. There have even been retarded hookers on the e-line that have told me, you're going to take pills. I'll tell you, they tend to cool it down when I start, and they get angry and paranoid. They don't have to talk. And now the male who opened the door, he just took my chest and you this game, and so you've got some people who in the spirit. Sorry, I'm trying to match socks. he just said Wami. Massacre. I see it. It's, I think, W-A-I, but I may be incorrect. He is making a reference. So, the bumps that are bloods and other, they will use references to hide, I'll call it, here's what I've termed. It's not persons, places, and things. It's not a thing. A thought, that's a thought. Allergies, sensitivities, and these bums have called themselves warriors. Back down. I would have saved all of you for that were in, and I would have certainly saved good, but busy being poisoned and raped by bloods at 130 at Aurora's. They're talking about one of the bumps. So here are some convincing cosplay here. Guessing costume. About 5 gang members or parents. Doesn't mean they're normal parents. So if you, for 1 second, I'm going to walk away with a more costume. Duh. Oh. It's called police. And there's magical thinking involved with these bumps, that they will win something or get something. They promoted the ridiculous idea if they, quote, they've created sort of a false economy, like, oh, well, oh, where'd this money come from? Oh. It's true research, like earn $50 just for doing this, just for doing that. No pills involved, no blah, blah, no risk. A lot of it was gang crime. A bum chanting about Ireland. He has nothing to do with Ireland except trying to harm it. He's a black Nazi. Of all groups. Oh, and they're playing fossil. The Satanists to portray opposite as the truth. This is what is called a Satan promoting as the truth. If you look at Paradise Lost, you have a hint of what is going on, or was known as beautiful or innocent is now perverse. He's really a cheap something. He's, yeah, body shop, blah, blah, blah. What is this? But apparently, the blacks have this belief system of cutting up live people and resurrecting agreeable or amenable to all their ideas and do their bit. And they're slamming doors because I'm hitting on truth, angry. When somebody's talking about the police department as if he's a professional, I assure you he's no professional. He's just a stinky bum like the rest of them. Absolutely. They are stinky, retarded maggot, the dregs of society. For you that will sit inside your wall getting sexually excited at the thought of torture or stand there. I believe, and this is a common gang crime, it sounds crazy, but it's not that crazy. I believe that the security guards at LaSalle on the city, nothing else works to conduct kidnapping. So, how did the victim disappear? Don't know. That's how it happened. Would you like to know? They came through the wall. They had a dirty carpenter, a dirty maintenance man. They had people patch floors, walls. Just me. It could have happened to. I'm talking all people. I am sure this has happened to. And I take drugs. I was never an alcoholic, really, where I couldn't stop. All of these people, including the LaSalle security guard, and I believe were portrayed rather, they were legally hired to be a policeman. It's called practicing out of scope. A nurse or nurse's aide that pretends she could carry people away. She's practicing out of scope. Now you'll off when you talk to me in a certain way. Let's see, I need this pencil to take notes. Oops. Solomon. I'm going to put my stuff away. And the prostitute made me look like an addict. So this is their goal. We look terrible. Listen to me. But since the same as rule of thumb, holding up, is it? Including with Dr. Jaffe. By the way, I would like to state that when I first met Dr. Jaffe, he was promoting housing at a shelter. I ended up at a shelter because I had complained of mold at Gilman Place Apartments. And the blood snatcher, Nicole, literally drove me out and then tried to pretend I didn't pay rent on time. Techniques to drive me out. Being terrorized, I'm dead and now nothing is me. By the state also that the butts that they're in on poisonous snakes ending up in people's houses mysteriously. Including rattlesnakes. They've also bragged that they've put it in people's food or else, rather. I'm not going to because I'm not. I just know about it. And how do I know about it? Because of the threats. And I will say, if you ingest rats, or not rats, but snake venom, but I'm not going to talk about the other side effects. I'm going to leave this on broadcasting as I go. I have to take a huge backpack with me. It's packed to the brim. I need a bigger one, if you can believe it. Can't leave anything at 507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133 that is unsealed. And expect to imbibe it or use it on my skin. I also had a glass incident. Something was in my vitamin E, and that took here. And by the way, I Dr. Jeff how to get even with people who won't be